Shalom. Giving all praise to our Heavenly Father. His name is Yahweh by Shem Yahushua by Shem Wakar Gradash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of will and peace and many salutations to Yakim that's toiling in his truth. I've been watching several brothers sit down on this particular video in which Vocab alone states that the God that we serve, Yahweh by Shem Yahushua, is an idol that we made up. And there's so many avenues in which you can attack his hypocrisy. Um, just dealing with the Christian church. Historically speaking, you had the genocide of our native brothers, the so-called native brothers, the Gadites, under the banner of Christianity. You had apartheid instated under the concept, or utilizing the concept of spiritual Israelites in South Africa, okay, which subjugated the indigenous people of that land, and put those Europeans as, the so-called chosen ones in that land, or the oppressors in that land, spiritual oppressors in that land. you know. Now, contemporarily speaking, you see the Christian church condoning abominations, and guys like Vocab alone has nothing to say about it. Now we know that Vocab alone is on the clock. So his sole purpose is to defame us, which is fine. While he's doing that, we're too busy prophesying to go back and forth with about the atrocities that Christianity has done throughout the centuries, and even now, the oldest Christian organization, the Catholic Church, is the longest known petty, to get my drift, ring organization. It's known, right? Yet we don't have the truth. Yet people who claim to believe in the Bible, who claim to be Christians, they're doing all types of atrocities. Yet Vocab alone has nothing to say about it. Okay, that's something that's normalized. That's something that's okay. But we say in the ancient world, young ladies as young as 14 was married, then we're just the worst things on planet Earth. Yet your organizations have condoned rape, robbery, and murder for centuries. I might add, centuries. Okay, so let's play this, and I'm going to get a clip of contemporary, contradictions of the Christian church. Okay,
that shows their God, and
let's get to it.
Just established there's no God at all. It's an idol, product of their own imagination or desires.
Sure.
The God whom Nathaniel of IUIC talks about is not real. The God whom Ben Ami wrote about will never be. The God whom Tahar of GMS makes videos about has never existed. The God whom Kulan Mitchell himself, he believed he was God. He called himself Yahweh ben Yahweh. Of the nation of Yahweh lectured about is not a God at all, but rather an idol. The God whom Edward Meredith Bibbins, the founder of One Westism, taught about on the streets is a God of...
And then, he's reading all that stuff. I just want to interject. Okay, so our God that that we believe in is false. But his God that he believes in, that the Edomites came over with, that destroyed the natives, that put that was used as a tool to put essentially the world under colonization. That God exists, but our God, Yahweh Bashim Hawashai, doesn't exist. The God that has woken us up, who we are, that has told us to put down the ways of the world, in particular the ways of so-called black culture and Latino culture and Native American culture, and come back to the Heavenly Father. That God doesn't exist. Okay. So, he's a spokesman for Christianity. I wonder if this particular God exists that's condoning this madness that you're about to see. Now, behold, this is the first Lutheran church elected non-binary pastor, bishop, okay? All right. This is a leader of a church, one of the oldest known churches. Okay. And this cat is a cross stretcher. Okay. Check this out.
I'm the Reverend Dr. Megan Rohr, and I am the Bishop of the Sierra Pacific Synod.
Megan Rohr oversees nearly 200 evangelical Lutheran congregations from Central California and Nevada up to Oregon.
What's going on here in the book of Isaiah?
The bishop is making history.
It made the history books because I'm the first openly transgender bishop in the Lutheran Church and maybe in all of the mainline churches across the world.
Megan says becoming bishop as a transgender person was not something they anticipated so soon.
It was a shock. It was just a very unexpected thing for me when I was elected, but a very gratifying process to have so many people believe in my leadership skills and be ready for this.
Megan's pronouns are they and them instead of he or she because
the ideas and the expectations about what it means to be male or what it means to be female are not fully something that I identify with.
Megan says
so this person doesn't identify as male or female because the social construct she doesn't agree with. Okay. So she decided to chop her breasts off and, dismember her sexual organ and give herself certain shots, testosterone shots, to boost her testosterone. Okay. And that's of God. That's cool. That's okay. That is okay. And, if you look this up, this is not the only person that has done this, man. It's not the only person who has done this. You know what I'm saying? I wish I could go to my search engine just to show you guys, but this is okay in the so-called Christian church. This is cool, but us saying that we are of the chosen, that's too much. That's too much. This is the hypocrisy, the sore hypocrisy of Esau Edom. Okay. Now this is Psalms 10 and 2. The wicked in his pride does persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. And this is precisely what Vocab alone is doing. Vocab alone is trying to find a way to persecute us. He's documenting all of his encounters with us. So when that time comes for us to be violated, he'll be able to testify against us. The elder Yashwama goes into this very often, and this is what we're going to see. But it's not gonna work. He's gonna be taken in his devices and his snares that he has erected for us. Okay, back to it. It says Psalms 10:2. The wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. For the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire, and blesses the covetous, whom Yahweh abhorreth. Exactly what you see going on now. Who is blessed right now? Who is Esau? Well, who is Vocab Malone saying has the truth? Who are certainly like not us and people that look like us, right? Right? But it's the people who created, the Christian church, which we know to be who? Majority of them were Idumeans that condoned wicked things of this against the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American the true Israelites. Okay, let's not negate the fact that Christianity was a tool for white supremacy during the time of slavery, during the time of colonization. We cannot forget that, and that's something that Vocab alone briefly speaks about. And it's like, oh, greedy people, it happens. But overall, they had it right. You niggas are wrong. That's the sentiment that he has in a nutshell. Okay. Did he say those words verbatim? No. But that's what he believes. Okay? Those people, those Christians that that were a part of colonization, a part of slavery, a part of the destruction of the northern tribe or the Native Americans. Vocab alone doesn't have a problem with that. In fact, bringing that up is an emotional argument in his eyes. Basically, he has a sentiment of, look, you got conquered, get over it, become a Christian, get on a winning team because God is dealing with us, and he's not dealing with your God. Okay, Dontrell? It's over. Let it go. All right? This is what he believes. Back to Psalms 10:3. For the wicked boasts of his heart's desire, and blesses the covetous, whom Yahweh abhorreth. The wicked through the pride of his countenance will not seek after the Most High. The Most High is not in all his thoughts. His ways are always grievous. Thy judgment are far above out of his sight. As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them. That's right. So the understanding of these scriptures, are far out of the sight of Vocab alone. Why is that? Well, one indicator is the fact that he never goes into prophecy. And if you are a Christian, that is your sole purpose of proclaiming the truth, is getting the people ready, your people ready, right, for the said perils that's to come. Telling them to repent, telling them to turn back to Yahweh by Yahweh Shai, right? And you diagnose what's going on in the world, right, through the lenses of the scriptures. That's prophecy. And if you are doing that, if you've been, watching diligently as a watchman, you would know that we are living in some very, very, very serious times. And if you had the truth, you should be getting your congregation ready. But there's a very lackadaisical spirit in the Christian church, a very playful and a very insolent mindset. You can point your fingers at us all you want to, but are you teaching the correct doctrine? Well, according to what I just displayed for you all, the Christian church definitely doesn't have it right. All types of abominations are crawling in that pit. Okay, So the Most High is not dealing with that, with that institution. Okay, all right. So we're gonna see who has the truth real soon, especially when prophecy unfolds before our eyes. We're living in that time where all hell could break loose. What's going on over in France is going to happen here at Babylon, in Babylon the Great, but it's going to be magnified. You, Vocab alone, you saying we don't have the truth that, Yahweh by Shemash is a figment of our imagination, yet your Christian buddies is, condoning all types of wickedness that's um, clearly seen as idol worship. I'm going to show you something before I head out. One scripture comes to mind. Because, Vocab alone, man, that dude is a character. He got some nerve, bro. You know what I'm saying? He got some nerve, dog. I'm going to jump straight to the point. Wisdom of Solomon, 14 and 26. Disquieting of good man, forgetfulness of good turning, defiling of souls, changing of kind. Really, those two go hand in hand. The Christian churches really use to defile these children's souls by condoning the whole non-binary movement. It's a damn shame. You call yourself a Christian. In Vocab alone, the only thing that you have to say about it is posting a cartoon about the Transformers. You should be ashamed of yourself. If you calling yourself an apologist, you need to sweep around your own porch, boy. All the wickedness that's going on in the Christian church. Oh my goodness. But you guys going on to get along. You guys are okay with having over 1,000 denominations. All types of men of wickedness is going on in these churches, fighting and adultery and things like that. Yet you want to say that we don't have the truth? Hey, the scriptures say you would know them by their fruit. Okay? There's no standard in the Christian church. You can come as you will, which is really synonymous with do without will. Okay? But let's get back to it. Wisdom of Solomon 14 and 26. Disquieting of good man, forgetfulness of good turns, the falling of souls, changing of kind. That word changing of kind. If you have a 1611, you look in the margin, it goes into sex. Disorder in marriages, adultery, and shameful uncleanness. All this is seen in the Christian church. And people forget that we came out of these Christian churches. A lot of people don't go to Christian churches because of the confusion and this sexual perversion that is prevalent in these churches. As I said earlier, the Christian church is the oldest known pedophile ring, alluding to the Catholic Church and other churches that get down like that. Let's just keep it a buck. Verse 27, for the worshiping of idols, not to be named, is the beginning, the cause, and the end of all evil. See this, or will we see the attributes? You know what I'm saying? This is a part of idol worship. Where do we see this at? We don't see no Hebrew Israelism trans non-binary pastor. We don't see that. But we damn so see a hella transgenders coming out in the name of Jesus, allowing these kids to be read to by a man in a dress, a drag queen in church. We see AI sermons going on in church. Yeah, we don't have the truth, and you do. Vocab alone, your organization does. You are a hypocrite, and the Most High is going to judge you. Shalom.